This is a demo of scenario 1A. This is a scenario in which Emma pays for a toll by entering her credit card details. This is different from scenario 1B that uses the concept of a digital wallet. On completion of this demo, I will take you through scenario 1B. With the exception of the payment methods, the process followed by each scenario is the same. And it starts with Emma receiving a notification from the Inflow unregistered app that she traveled through the M50 toll. This is a feature that uses geofencing in the coding of the app. Emma slides the notification to unlock the phone. It opens up the app and it shows her this notification. Emma is asked whether she wants to pay now, later, or to notify the app that it wasn't her. This third option allows people who were passengers in a vehicle who received the notification to let the app know that they were not the driver and they will not be liable for the payment of the toll. In this scenario, Emma selects Pay Now. She is taken through a process of 3 steps, of which the first one asks her details of the vehicle. She enters the registration of the vehicle, selects Next, and she is shown the details of that vehicle as it is recorded in the National Vehicle Driver File. This is a database within which all the registered vehicles in Ireland is kept. Emma can decide whether this is her vehicle, or she can go back by selecting Not My Vehicle and re-entering the number plate. Here she is shown the type of vehicle and the toll charge associated with it. Emma proceeds to the next step where she is being asked details of her trip. This field here is pre-entered with the value 1 because that's the number of trips that the app recorded her making. Emma also has the option to increase this to include future trips. As Emma is going to be traveling on the M50 on her way back from IKEA, she increases this to 2 and decides to pay for both her trips. She selects Next, and she is shown her order details. Again, she's shown details of the vehicle as well as her trips. She can see 2 trips and the value associated with that. Emma's email address is shown here because that is where her receipt will be sent to once the process is completed. Her email address was entered when she first signed up for the app. Emma selects Make Payment, and she's asked the details of her credit card. Here the values can be entered manually, or it can be done by using the camera feature. Emma decides to use the camera feature, and she is shown the camera. She presents her card, and it draws the details from the card. Here Emma can confirm or try again. The details are correct, so she proceeds to the next step. Here you can see the details of the card have now been entered, with the exception of the CVV code, which is on the back of the card. This is entered manually by selecting on the field and entered using the keyboard. Emma can now make a payment as all the fields are populated. Emma receives a notification that her transaction was successful and that she will be receiving her receipt via email. This is the end of the process. Emma can select OK, and that brings her to the default screen of the eFlow unregistered app. This is basically the screen on which a user will land when they open the app. Next, I'll show you scenario 1B. This is a demo of scenario 1B. In this scenario, Emma pays for a toll by selecting a payment option in the digital wallet of the eFlow unregistered app. With the exception of the payment, scenario 1A and scenario 1B follow exactly the same process. I will take you through this quickly as you have seen this already. Emma slides the notification, she enters the passcode and she selects Pay Now. She's asked for the registration number and she enters it by entering it in the keyboard. She proceeds to the next step, where she's asked to confirm the vehicle. It's correct and she proceeds to the next step. Emma is paying for 2 trips and she increases this number to reflect the trip that she will be making on her way back from IKEA. She selects Next. She gets an opportunity to review her order details, and she opts to make a payment. This screen looks slightly different from scenario 1A in that it has a drop-down showing predefined payment options. Again, Emma can scan her card using the camera feature, but she selects from the predefined cards. A picker pops up and Emma selects the Visa debit card. By selecting it, this field here has been updated with the new payment option. She opts to make a payment and she receives her notification as before. This step is significantly quicker because Emma is not required to enter the details. However, it means that she needs to do that in another location. Scenario 2 for the persona Graham will show how credit cards are included in the digital wallet. Thank you.